Hello. And hello to you too. Do you have any idea how are we going to start today's episode? Exploration. It's the other way around. Yep. No? So this should be correct. This is very confusing. Okay, I think I got it. You have to put it in your hand. You can't just put it in your inventory. There is a meteor from Applied Energistics very nearby, and it is surrounded by a lava pool. You can actually see it on the map. Where do we park you? So that you don't go on top of cactuses, I don't know, inside the lava pool. And fun fact of the day, the gloves take damage. So this is not a tank. Can you go inside my backpack? Okay, we're good. I mean, technically it is a tank, but it's a different tank. It's not a GregTech tank, so it's kind of low maintenance. While Darkness is riding his noble steed, I can give you a very small update regarding the things that happened in between the episodes. Cotton is something that we don't need consistently, but when we need it in very large quantities. At its current location, I could not expand the farm because it's right next to our base. However, since we are not using crop sticks, I just moved it to the desert because the humidity doesn't really matter. We just need to have a water source. And now we have a crazy amount of cotton. I worked a little bit on our starter base, I added more storage, I added furnaces, and now we can call it a cozy home. And obviously, we had to go mining. Without resources, we can't really do much. I had to get copper, redstone, iron, and everything. Therefore, welcome to my humble abode. I don't really like the particle effects, but what is the rest of the plan for today? Very good question. We need to start making some machines, and I'm really not a fan of the normal boiler. We're going to go with the power of the sun. Because black holes aren't a thing yet, and obviously if we want to do this, we have to skip a few quests. Again. Because we need to make a few pieces of glass and, well, that is a quest that we have to do later on. But I want solar panels. Not solar panels, solar boilers. I believe we can make it in the smeltery. That is good. You have to drop an IV circuit into an alpine portal to get a dragonstone. Just why? I don't get it. But at least the glass is ready. Very good, very good. We need one more. We don't really have enough silver, so we can only make one solar boiler. But I do believe we got a chisel. This was a quest reward. And we can convert this one into glass. Actually, let's get a bit more. Maybe for the roof. So we're going to make our first bronze hall. Are you a quest? Probably later on. Double silver plates. And that's it, right? Oh, the pipes. Here is the pipe. Here is the boiler. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know. So the next machine, which the glass actually comes after this, is going to be the alloy smelter. And now that I'm thinking about it, we need a stupendous amount of bronze. Well, we have the alloy smelter, we do have the boiler, but for some reason the boiler isn't counting. We got the fireworks and everything. I don't know why it's not working. But in other news, I noticed that when I was mining for copper, I got a ton of pyrite, which is essentially iron and it's not copper, so we need to mine more copper. Yeah, you see? It's full of pyrite. Pyrite and chalcopyrite are both the same color. Okay, this is why I was confused. Yes, we have an extra modifier. Silver. Yes. Also, if this is the case, maybe we should get into ore maceration as soon as possible. Because, you know, we would be able to double our ores. But it does really depend on how much copper we get. I'll try to mine it. More silver. Nice. Well, I think I did manage to do a decent job. I do understand that there is plenty more left, but I don't think it's going to be worth our time. Maybe we should find a new vein. So in between the episodes, I did go and mine a ton of redstone, and I do believe there is something that we should be able to craft. The ore finder. But now that we are doing the ore finder, we might as well do the redstone quest. You know, we just need like 2 stacks of redstone. I'm just gonna hammer it. We don't have enough bronze in order to make a forge hammer. We hammer you again. And again. We wash it and that should be the quest, right? Yep. And now you need 128. There you go. Here is your 128. The reason that we wanted some redstone was to make some magnetic iron rods. That's it. And voila. We have it. So we should put the ore block that we want to find, for example copper, together with the ore finder in our crafting grid. But that's not how it works. You have to sneak right click on the ground. Yes. Now the copper goes in. So if we go to our copper mine, there should be a few blocks of copper left. How are you going to react? I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, it does show it. So let me sort out my inventory and then we go and find copper. This is a far better option. I think it's here. Oh, I forgot to bring ladders. It's okay, we will scaffold. But if you're a copper chunk, where is the copper? It's just a teeny tiny bit deep. Oh, we have arrived. When you hear bats, that's a very bad sign. There's a cave. I don't like caves. Okay, maybe you should shut up. Thank you. We already found it. Yes, silver. I can have more solar panels. I mean boilers. Okay, the cave itself is a bit of a problem because, yeah, there are crazy mobs, but I did get a decent supply of copper and chalcopyrite. My pick also has a garbage durability, so we need to go home. I just wanted to point out something. We have a decent supply of copper in order to make all the blocks that you see over here, but the main reason that I want a crazy amount of copper is actually, I think here? Exactly. Steam grinder. But there are a few things that we don't have. For example, for the steam hatch, we're going to need a tank, and that requires a steel plate. That's like 2 steel ingots. I also noticed that we're going to need 2 diamonds, and we can't really mine diamonds until we get steel. Also, we are going to need a ton of gold for a very special alloy called Tumbaga, and therefore I need to find some magnetite. Yeah, actually we can check over here. Yeah, magnetite gives you also gold, and it's stupendously common. So here is the plan. We need to get steel. In order to get steel, we're going to need a blast furnace, correct? It's a horrible recipe, I know. But in order to unlock the blast furnace quest, what we need to do is that we need to go through this quest line. Meaning that we need the red alloy, we need the wire cutter, piston, compressing stuff, and then we will unlock steel. We have 1 solar boiler, so you go over there, it should automatically get water, yes, and it should heat up after a few million years. We can have a pipe and 1 alloy smelter. I don't really remember if these guys are going to have problems during the rain or not, but we're gonna cover it. So the red alloy is just redstone and copper. If it heats up one day, any day, yes, we have steam. It's just that I think our production of steam is garbage. Also, maybe you should do this and we restart. Yep. Okay, horrible noises. Is it even working? No. Do you need a tank? We wait for some steam to build up. Also, I think we should be able to stop the flow. Yeah, that is 3000 units of steam. That's good. It's just that I need 14 ingots. I'll wait for the steam. It's not going to be a big deal. You know, just out of extreme curiosity, do we even need to have a pipe? You can go there. Yeah, and I think I cut the wrong side of the pipe. It's fine. We all do stupid mistakes. If we get 1 more boiler, then we're good. I think we should have enough silver. I am in the process of making an extra boiler, but 1 boiler for 1 machine is actually enough. Does it burn you? No? Yes, it does. Although I did make an extra boiler, that system actually works. I was just being impatient. Also, this is GregTech, you tend to forget everything. Anywho, we have our red alloy ingot. Now we need to make our wire cutters, which should not have a horrible recipe. It's something that we are going to use a lot, so what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna make 2. Yes. We have it. The next item on the list is pistons, and thankfully we already have the gear. And the loot reward actually gave me a lot of wooden screws. I am telling you, that was a crazy amount of work for just a piston. But now the only thing remaining is to make the compressor. Which I guess, there you go. Thank you. Now we should be able to make steel. Also, I don't really want to gather the material again and again and again and craft everything over and over again. So what we're going to do is that I think we're going to go with 2 sets. I do have a feeling that our bottleneck for making the blast furnace is going to be calcite and gypsum. The problem is that they're not that common. Can we hammer it? How would you even process it then? Yeah, it gives you 1. That is a problem. Just to make sure that we have everything in 1 chest. 34 calcite, 18 gypsum. Another wolf. Why do you spawn? Go to hell. Actually, don't go to hell. That's my territory. Oh, and by the way, this time I brought ladders. I think this was my calcite mine? Maybe? It doesn't really matter because both of them are connected. Oh nice, this is the one with the cave. Just look at the mobs. I'll get to work, it's fine. Oops. That is a hazard. Okay, it has been 1 or 2 hours later and you might notice this used to be a basaltic mineral sand vein, meaning iron and gypsum. We do have a ton at home as well. Oh, and by the way, I brought my tool station. It's easier than going home every 5 seconds to repair your tools. Hello, handsome. Also over here at our calcite mine, I have also been incredibly busy. I'm not really going to show you the extent of my mining because I might have missed a few torches. And this is the result of our mining. We have 2 stacks of gypsum and just over 1.5 stack of calcite. It's not great. I really prefer if we manage to find a new calcite vein, because with 1 blast furnace this is going to be garbage. Oh, it's here. I already had another one for basaltic mineral sand. Calcite was the problem. Oops. Hello, can you come here for a second? Oh, that's oil. Damn. Oops. Skeletons. It is perfectly fine. We dig through the wall. Yes, we have arrived. So it's not like we don't need calcite in the tens of thousands, but I think for the moment we have enough. We got 58 more. 59. And yeah, I don't see anything else on the surface. That should be fine. We can get 2 blast furnaces. That's all I wanted. And yes, we have cheaty staircase. That side is dangerous. I just realized we should get a few more hunger hunches, just in case somebody wants to pursue us. And I need to run. Are we good? Yes. Well, this is a decent number because we need 72 for 1 blast furnace and we have 2.5 stacks. We did have a blood moon last night, so I have been busy inside the base. I have been processing some of the ores. You know, things like iron, copper and so on and so forth. I have been cooking up some bronze and I have been thinking what we should do next. In my personal opinion, the hard part is already over. Yes, we still need like 1000, 2000 clay, but that's easy to get. However, the quest book suggests that if you want to make the bricks, it's better to use a forestry work table because it will help you with the buckets. I personally would have never thought of that, and in fact I was not going to use work tables because they're kind of useless. But now that there is a suggestion, we shall comply. We just needed a few books. Horsey ran away. Again, don't touch the villagers. So I think here's what we need to do. You eject to that side. We have already made a compressor, yes, which we shall use here. You eject to the left. Why is it nighttime every 5 minutes? Finally, this guy heated up and we are getting some steam. It's not great. Needs to be way hotter. But I did make some wood pulp and we should be able to make some wood planks. Essentially, for the forestry work table, we need a bookshelf. It does work. Oh, and actually, before I forget, I was processing some coal before the blood moon and we need to make some coal coke. A lot. So for the moment, here is one work table, and I guess since we're going to need a ton of water in order to operate it, we put it next to the tank. But wait a minute, work table is not a quest. Huh. You would expect it to be? Maybe it is and I just missed it. It's fine. So I did make the extra work table, and now what we need is clay. Almost 1000 for 1 blast furnace. Also, I don't know why, for some reason I thought this is going to be a great biome. It's full of leaves. I take it back, there's plenty here. I'm happy. Oh, we're almost 50% there. Okay, this is easy. I am finally back at the base, so let us start working. I did manage to find a few goodies, aluminium, and well, a ton of clay. And just to make sure that we're going to follow the suggestion of the quest book, we're also going to make extra buckets. Oops. So the way that the work table works, for those of you who don't know, is that it does have an inventory and a crafting grid. You provide it with the ingredients that you want, like so, and then when you set the pattern and take the first item out, it's gonna remember it. Oh, that's actually nice. Really nice. And honestly speaking, makes it a lot of fun. Just to correct myself, not fun, less painful. I'm an idiot. You can shift. Let us also not forget the entire reason that we are doing this. What we are trying to do is that we're making clay dust. And for the quest itself, we just need to hold 144. Which I think that's it, right? No, a bit more. Yes, perfection. Also, you might notice that one more thing that we need, and I really don't have anything to produce it, is called stone dust. I have been mining small ores and we did get a decent amount. Let's make sure that this one counts as well. Yup, perfect. I'll go craft the rest. I don't really have a forge hammer, so this is how we're going to get calcite and gypsum dust. With a hammer. And I think it's going to be much faster because our buff for today is haste. I think after the recent update, every single morning you're going to get a random buff, and today's buff was haste. It's over now. But it's fine, even without haste it's relatively fast, because the forge hammer also consumes a lot of steam, even though it's fast. And we don't have that much steam, obviously. Okay, that takes care of stone dust, clay dust, calcite and gypsum. Everything is hammered, everything is washed. And yes, we're going through hammers like crazy. But in order for the quest to count, we're also going to need a decent supply of bricks. This is unfired clay bricks, but I don't think we're going to start cooking them. What we're going to do is that we're going to hammer down some actual bricks. Then again, maybe we have to? Well, if you hammer it down, each one gives you 3. The problem is that we're going to need tons and tons of its dust, meaning these guys. Oh, you need 432. It is perfectly fine, we have plenty of clay, we should be able to cook a few bricks. Just to be able to crush them, which sounds a teeny tiny bit weird. But just to make sure that everything is going to work the way that we think it is, we're going to get some fire clay. Actually, we shouldn't do that. Ah no, we can. We don't have to hold everything in our inventory. Just the one. And we just have to cook it. Okay. So let me do the grind and I'll see you back, I don't know, in 1 or 2 days. We still have so much work to do, but I thought maybe we should start making a few bricks. I did set up the patterns. We can get a bucket of concrete, like so, and then we can make the bricks, like so. And we are actually going to try and do this one by one so that we don't really mess up. It's actually not as bad as I would remember it. It's nighttime again. The part with compressing the fire clay is the part which takes time. We have one garbage machine. What did we expect? I do have half a stack of fire bricks, but we need 4 more. Just for the quest to count, otherwise we're going to need way more. So can I make 4? Yes, we have all of it. We also need to make the controller. I have already made the furnaces, so there you go. Are we good? No, everything should have counted. Oh, it did count. The question is, what do we take? We take the loot bag. And I don't think we are going to get into berries, we just take the XP one. So what do we get? Eggs. Huh, and what else? Screwdriver, jerk. No sword of the cosmos. So remember that we are going to need way more bricks. That's not gonna be enough. Because this should be just enough for 1 blast furnace, we need 2. And since at this very moment I'm extremely poor, we are going to share walls. So we need like 1.5 blast furnaces. But maybe we should be able to assemble one of them and at least get the steel? Remember, this is a very garbage blast furnace, so it's not going to be very efficient, but it's a 3x3 by 4 tall, and already we should start breaking one of the bricks because I forgot the controller has to go here. And I think we just have to like cover it. Unlike the coke oven, we can't just break it, we have to use a wrench, otherwise we're going to lose a block. And these blocks are stupendously expensive. Oh, come on. So controller goes here. Are we good? Oh yeah, we are good. I think. In this way we would also know how many more bricks we are going to need. For the second one, we do have coal coke, that is nice. Iron has never been a problem, but I think for making 1 steel ingot it's gonna take 5 minutes. Oh, you go over here. No? You go over here? Where do you go? I forgot how it works. Oh, the top block is also empty. So I just have to remove you. Oops. We lost the brick. Yes, we are getting steel. Honestly, I have no idea how long it's going to take, but it's gonna take ages. It doesn't really show. So at this very moment, what I'm actually going to do is that I'm going to make more bricks. That's it. I have so much time to kill that you have no idea. So, hi. I made a small boo-boo. I thought I'm recording, but apparently I was not. It's been, I think, an hour later because we did manage to get 12 ingots of steel, which I put it inside the smeltery, and we have a secondary blast furnace, which already made us more steel. We take it. Well, actually, considering the fact that this guy is done, it's probably 70 minutes later. I think each one takes 5 minutes. It used to show how long it takes. It doesn't anymore. Maybe that was the electric one. But what we are going to do is that we are going to try and upgrade our tools. That's it. We just have like 3 tools? Why are we so poor? I have always been under the impression that we casted our sword, but apparently not. We just used the blade that we found. I just noticed because I wanted to upgrade our sword and I realized we don't have a cast. And it's funny, this was our last piece of aluminium brass. Anywho, our sword at this very moment does 3.5. Steel will do 3.5. That is weird. Also, I was thinking by getting steel we are going to go to the LVH, and then I remembered no, it's steel and the stupid circuit. We also have 1 extra brick, which is fine because we're going to have more blast furnaces. Not today, obviously. But just before we wrap up today's episode, there are a few things that I want to try, now that we have steel. There used to be a diamond vein nearby, and maybe it's this one? Doesn't look like it. Oh, it's magnetite. Basically, I just want to see if we can mine diamonds and if we can mine obsidian. Ah, it's here. Yep. Oh yes, this is the one. And yes, we can harvest diamonds. The question is, how do you process it? Okay, that's one way. Or hammer it. For the moment. Remember, in order to make a macerator, we are going to need a few diamonds. Okay, no one's here. Also, I do remember there was a quest for finding diamonds and graphite. Malachite? No. Ah yes, it's here. Okay, please be one more. Yes, one more. We have it. So at this very moment we cannot mine obsidian. We can? I swear it wasn't a moment ago. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the Eldritch Capstone. Obsidian is this one. But according to the quest book, every time that you upgrade your tools, you're going to start at a level lower. So you need to gather experience and that's it. Which is fine by me because I will go mining anyways. Maybe we can also put a diamond on it? I don't know. However, just to make sure that the quest is going to count, we need to make 2 more shovel heads and 2 more axe heads. The quest wanted 2, I only made the 1. Thank you. And we just smelt them again. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye.